Welcome to More Than Your Infertility podcast. I'm your host, Kristen Dillon Snyder, IVF mindset coach and IVF mom. Just like you, I know the impact riding the emotional roller coaster of infertility has on your life and how easy it is to be consumed by it. And I plan to support you, remind you, and teach you how to be more than your infertility while you're in the wait for your baby. If going through infertility is harder than you thought, taking longer than you thought, and impacting your emotional well-being, you're in the right spot. So no more waiting. Let's get started with this week's episode. On this episode, we're diving into the part of the IVF journey that nobody wishes to encounter, but most do, the day you get bad news. I'll be walking you through the 8 steps to help you get through the tough days of infertility so you can create your own toolkit to help you get back up faster. I wish trying to conceive was always joyful, but that's not realistic for IVF and for life. I truly believe that life is 50-50, meaning that half of the time it's awesome and half of the time it's hard. We just take a lot of the awesome moments in life for granted, and we minimize some of the past awful moments since it's in our rear view mirror. The IVF process includes a lot of steps where you might get bad news, as each step is like a hurdle that must be passed before you can move forward or continue on. And if you're new here, you need to know one thing I often say: there is no winner in the grief Olympics. So whether that bad news was your body not responding to the stims and the egg retrieval is canceled, or you didn't get as many eggs as you wanted, your 5-day report came back with no embryos, or your PGT results show no normal embryos, or your transfer was canceled because your lining wasn't thick enough, or there was a polyp, or your transfer was unsuccessful, or you suffered pregnancy loss. It all effing sucks. As someone who experienced the last 3 examples and who coaches women through all stages of IVF, I want to share with you what to do on the day you get the bad news. You'll want to write these 8 steps down. So if you're listening in the car or on a walk, just know you'll want to come back and listen again when you can write these all down to have available for your next bad news day. Number 1 is you feel it. Crying is a natural way to express emotion, and it helps you process it too. So you weep, you moan, you shout, you scream, you punch a pillow or the bed or the ground. Never punch something you could harm. Number 2, you talk about it. You should not experience this pain alone. Talk about it to a best friend or family member. You text about it to your inner circle. You talk about it to whomever will listen to you, and you feel safe sharing your news with a therapist, a coach, your partner, me. At the very least, you write it all out. Pro tip for you: doing step number 2 usually helps number 1 happen. Step number 3, you give yourself nothing but kindness and grace. This might mean calling in sick to work, having someone else drive you home. It may look like staying in bed all day, ordering takeout, eating cereal for dinner. It also means there's no shaming, whether for wishing it could be different or thinking this bad thing is happening because you don't deserve good things. 4, you do one nice thing for yourself: a nap, a walk, a shower, a real meal, meditate, plan something fun. Number 5, you take it one step at a time. You keep putting one foot in front of the other. I wish there was a shortcut, but there is not, as the only way out of this is going through it. Number 6, you don't make any decisions today. You don't decide if you're trying again or taking a break. You don't come up with a new protocol or look for a second opinion. You don't make any decisions today. Number 7 is you remind yourself 3 things. You can do hard things. It won't always be this hard, and that having a bad day does not equal a bad life. And you repeat those things over and over and over again to yourself. And step number 8 is you repeat this list as necessary. You keep feeling it. You keep talking about it. Keep giving yourself kindness and grace. Keep doing a nice thing for yourself. Keep taking it one step at a time, and keep reminding yourself that you can get through it. Listen, the day you get the bad news is hard. I won't even try to sugarcoat it. Ignoring how you feel, shaming yourself for how you feel, or pretending you don't feel the way you do is what you do not want to be doing right now. I have a past episode called The Pep Talk that you will also want to listen to. So I'll link it in the show notes for you to listen to after this one. With both of these episodes, you not only can feel seen and validated in your pain, you also have the steps to take to start feeling a little better. Because when you honor and feel it today, you'll be able to get back up and get back to life. It's just not going to happen today. I'm sending you so much love and reminding you that you are so much more than your infertility. Thank you for being a part of More Than Your Infertility. If today's episode resonated with you, please consider sharing it on social media or with a friend. Your support helps us reach more women on their infertility journey, empowering them to break free from the grip of infertility shame and rediscover their hope. And before we part ways, I have a small favor to ask. If you've enjoyed the podcast, kindly leave a review on your favorite podcast platform. Your feedback helps other women find this empowering community. Until next time, always remember, you are more than your infertility.